All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and I am live streaming. Check on the volumes.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Very good. Very good. All right. Hey, Triple X Psycho Bat. How's it going? Oh, all right. I sent out the invite to a couple of people. We'll see who's able to join tonight. And if it's me just by my lonesome, which, can happen, then we'll do our best we can. But I've got comics to look at, and I've got to find my sketchbook. I have no clue where my sketchbook's at. We may have to do a drawing that's not in my sketchbook then. That's all right. All right. Let's see here. Get my pad of paper. Get my jelly beans. I'm gonna have a little get you going snack. All right. Now I just need to find my pencils. Goodness gracious. I'm in the process of packing up my desk, and the chance that I'm not going to be able to find anything is pretty high. So, there's my pencil. Are you the only one here? It appears so. But that's okay. People will come. Build it and they will come. Just can't a little bit. What up, Kodiak?
What up?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Sorry I've been absent the past couple.
No problem. Avery, how's it going, man?
It's all right.
Avery, I went by the comic book store and I found a couple of comics that I think you will absolutely love.
Comics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I canceled my pool.
Yeah, I know, you told me. Actually, you guys want to see the comics first? Get that out of the way?
Yeah, get down on it.
All right, let me show you what I got. Actually, I found a whole stack of comics I didn't even realize I had, and then I bought some from the store, so mixed them all together, and now I'm going to share them with you guys.
I stopped playing Morrowind for this.
I'm so glad you're here. Triple X Psycho Bat says, "Hey, we got the squad or the trios." Yeah, well, that's a good start.
In the house.
This is The Adventures of Superman number 501, which is part of the Reign of Superman storyline. This was the introduction of the new Superboy, who is actually one of my favorite Superboys.
Yeah, me too.
So I think this is his first appearance. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure.
If I had to pick a favorite Superboy, I'd say sure, but I've only ever bought like one Superboy comic ever. And it was.
Well, I like him in Young Justice, and
it was Superboy in Legion of Superheroes or something.
Yeah,
and it
which
was
was the.
It was at a Ben, and the book was done in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Or something like that, or maybe even the early 80s. I can't remember.
This is an issue of Lobster Johnson, which Ahmed is a big fan of Hellboy. So if he doesn't have this issue, I'll put it aside for him. Mega Man number 4. I've actually been looking for some of the earlier issues of these, so this is kind of cool to have. So I know I have issues 1 and 2. I don't have 3, of course, but Strike Force Moriarty. Issue 5. I've been looking for these. Oh, here's one for you, Avery. This is Superman starring in the Phantom Zone. Do you notice who did the cover?
No, I can't make it out.
It's Gene Colan. And he actually did some of the interior as well.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So I figured you might like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Strike Force Moriarty, issue number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And this is
Night Force. I have that issue somewhere.
Oh, you have this issue? I have 2 issues here.
But
Night Force.
I may have both of those, but I can't tell you where they are. They're probably in Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're yours.
And I don't know what condition they're in.
These aren't bad, but as soon as I realized they were Gene Colan, I put them aside.
Yeah, they look good, don't they?
Yeah. This is issues 9 and 10. So.
Yeah, that's sort of like him doing the Tomb of Dracula thing over at DC.
Right, exactly. All right, I'll put those aside for you. Now, this is Atari Force Special. This is kind of like their annual. What's his name? Jose Luis Garcia Lopez did not do the interior. So He may not.
Who
Todd
did?
may. Let me see. Penciled by Marshall Rogers. Oh, okay. Okay, very
looks
cool.
good.
Yeah.
At least that opening illustration looks good.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, no, that looks pretty good.
But if he wants a complete set of the series, he's got to have this one. So
sure.
Psychobat says
he'll probably take it.
Yeah, Psychobat says all these comics are looking pretty interesting. Oh yeah.
Comics used to be really, really interesting, and there was just all kinds of crazy stuff. Like you would pick up something at the drugstore or at 7-Eleven, and then see an ad for something you'd never heard of. The next thing you know, you're walking into a comic shop and you're hooked for life.
Yeah.
Finding all kinds of just crazy stuff. They used to do it was just everything in the kitchen sink. And what stuck, they kept doing.
Check this page out. That's so awesome. This is Doom Patrol issues 1 and 2. I picked up issue 4 recently with Steve Lytle on art, and I found these two together, and I'm like, hot damn, I'm picking these up. So these are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Body Count number 2. This is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Simon Bisley thing. I have issue 1, so here's issue 2.
Cool.
So very cool, very cool. Another early Omega Man issue number 6. It was an issue of Blackhawk that I found. 264. Gil Kane cover. Who did the interiors? I think I had another copy of this. Illustrated by Dan Spiegel. Okay. Yeah, I do. I think I do have another copy of this, but oh well.
Well, looks nice.
Picked up a couple of Spider-Mans. Let me see what I got here.
Ooh, Secret Wars.
Yeah, let me hold on a second. I know I had a...
Those are good, man.
Yeah, let me see. Where is... Oh, here it is.
Hey, Blackhawk, was that another one of those kind of like 1930s type?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Picked up issues 34 and 35 of Peter Parker's Spider-Man. This is Humberto Ramos on cover, but the interior is by Mark Buckingham. I got a couple of regulars who really like Spider-Man stuff, so anytime I see Spider-Man stuff, I pick that up. I found this, and let's see, I forgot. Issue 4, 6.
Heck to the yeah.
I was just looking at that Spider-Man on Instagram. Somebody had it up for sale. I think they'd already sold. Dude, Instagram is a way people sell those books. I want those. I'll buy those.
I've got like multiple copies of all these. So.
Yeah.
You know, the one that I think's funny, the one that I don't have a copy of is the one that they probably have the most of, and that's number 1. I have multiples of 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. So, but yeah, I picked up some Secret Wars 2, of course, 6 and 9.
That's fine. That's cool. Beyonder.
2 copies of Infinity Incorporated, both with Toddy Mac in there.
You almost did it. You almost did it.
Yeah,
I heard it.
24 and 25. So that's very cool. I don't know how this one got in there. This is actually a very recent issue of Amazing Spider-Man, but it's Bacalo art. Draws. I like how he draws the lizard.
I like Chris Bacalo, but something, I don't know, man. There's something.
Yeah, well,
his newer stuff.
I just like how he draws the lizard. It makes him look like a huge lizard, you know.
Yeah, it's just not. I don't know. It's maybe it's my prejudice for Marvel ruining it for me.
Yeah.
My prejudice against Marvel these days.
Triple X
Psychobat wouldn't be really prejudice. You're not prejudging Marvel.
Triple X Psychobat
judged by Marvel and found unclean.
Yeah, exactly.
Triple X Psychobat says all these comics are looking pretty interesting. And then he says, "Remember that Ben 10 drawing you did with all the other artists and drawing the monsters?" Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. It's one of my son's favorite pieces. It's nice and framed and probably sitting over in the corner right now.
Yeah.
Another issue of Strike Force Moratori, sorry. An issue of New Warriors. This particular storyline, Forever Yesterday, this is a three-part story. It goes into the future and are actually like these Egyptian characters go in the past and they kind of take over the world. And in the current day, the mutants and the Avengers are all different types of characters, and it's just I love some of the character designs that they redid. Bagley. Bagley, of course.
Okay. I was like, yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, like this is the Avengers. There was a Captain America guy, an Iron Man guy, and they were all based on Egyptian characters, and it was really cool, especially when the mutants got involved, because the mutants it was really cool. I like when they do alternate reality stories and they change up the characters' designs, and this was a really cool storyline. We got Astonishing Wolfman #2 to go along with my #1 that I have in the store. Got a couple issues of
back when they would do alternate timeline storylines, and they wouldn't cancel the comic and go into some big other stupid thing for a year before they got back to the regular continuity.
Yeah, I've got a couple issues of Wolverine here, which I know Ahmed might be interested in, so I'll put those aside.
Those are good. Some of those. Oh, Mark Silvestri Wolverine.
This one's an Adam Kubert.
Oh yeah, that's right, Adam Kubert. Oh,
this one is
that little girl though from Silvestri's era?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's why I was thinking the interior might have been Silvestri.
This interior is by Dwayne Turner. It's not that good. But this is another Adam Kubert. Here's an early New Mutants issue #15. I did not have this one before, so
cool.
It's kind of cool to have it.
I'd keep it if I were you. That or put it in my stuff.
I'll put it aside. We have Razor's Edge #2, featuring Warblade from Wildstorm. This is a Simon Bisley book.
Really?
This is
I never knew that one existed.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Yeah. Well.
I love Biz, but I'll pass on that one.
It's really raunchy Biz too. I mean,
why?
This is hey Kodiak. This is right up your alley, right here.
There you go.
What's the front and cover look like?
It's like a painted cover. So, got a DC Detective Comics Rebirth issue that I'm not sure if I had or not. I picked this one up. I didn't realize how beat up it was, but this is the World of Krypton #1. Mm-hmm. John Byrne writing and Mike Mignola penciling. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of other artists doing the inking, and it's not that great, but some of the pages are actually pretty good.
It's the kind of thing I would pick up for 50 cents.
Yeah, I'll put it aside for if you want. Another issue of Strike Force Moriarty. I saw the Wacky Racelands, and I picked up a couple different issues. I may have a complete set of this series. This was actually a pretty interesting series. This was the Hanna-Barbera. This is a real weird twist on the whole Wacky Racers storyline. They gave it a much more mature bent, and the artist is by what's his name? Manco. Leonardo Manco, I think is his name.
I really have a feeling this guy sees you pull into the parking lot. He goes, grabs as much as he can, and puts it in the 50-cent bin.
No. The guy that owns the store doesn't give a rat's ass about any of the 50-cent bins, so yeah, that's just a cool splash. But I think I have most of these issues, so I was trying to put together like another set. Mm-hmm. This was an early Adventure Comics. Dial H for Hero. Just looked nice. But there was actually 2 copies of this book in there. One was beat to heck, and this one was nice. Oh, somebody put a check mark on it, man. But it looked interesting. X-Men #7. This is from the Jim Lee era. This is Wolverine versus Omega Red. And one of the things, remember how we had said that he did a lot of stuff where panels would be reused? I was looking through this, and let me show you a panel you probably all...
Oh, that one. A famous one, yeah.
That's a famous one right there. Yep, Psylocke.
Wait, back.
Check out this one right there.
Yep,
that's,
definitely.
these are all panels that you've seen elsewhere.
Yeah.
On T-shirts or merchandise.
T-shirts
No.
merchandise.
No. That's not what I was thinking. I get what you meant, but go back. This is a famous issue for this reason. Okay? If you had...
tell me when to stop.
Wildstorm. It's all gonna be her. Okay. If you have what is the name of the book with Grifter in it? You see that
Wildcats. Yes.
Wildcats.
Yes.
He reused every one of these shots in Wildcats.
I can absolutely believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he was starting to draw Wildcats at this point, wasn't he?
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Dillard's here. He says it's me, and then he says, "But they don't read the chat, so I don't chat."
He reads the chat now, actually.
And then Psychobat says, "Okay, now we have a squad because Rick's here."
Yes.
What up, Rick? How's it going,
Well
man?
done last
Good.
night.
Oh, check this out, Avery. This is a Florida MegaCon 95 Special Edition, limited to 2,000 preview ash can for Ripclaw #1. And it's black and white Brandon Peterson art. This is gorgeous.
That's cool.
I saw this and went, ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. But it's all black and white, and it's early Brandon Peterson, where he was actually really good. So nice, very nice. I have no idea if this has got any value to it or not. It's a little beat up, but we'll find out. Dillard says, Rick, I'm doing Scribblio in 10 minutes. Why like Scribblio? Come join. See, he's trying to steal away my panel guys. Thanks a lot, Dillard. Come on, man. Go get your own thing. I'm just kidding. 2 issues. One, the New Mutants #78, which there's like a wrinkle right through the cover, so it's not a really great, pristine issue. But cover by Rick Leonardi and interiors by Rick Leonardi, who I don't know why I'm on a Rick Leonardi kick right now, ever since I saw his new website, But I also picked up this Uncanny X-Men 235 cover and interiors by Rick Leonardi. This was the beginning of Genosha. It had never been brought up before, and this issue was the one that introduced us to Genosha. And what's so funny is that it's either Genosha or Genosha or whatever.
Genosha.
That country is still around in current, X-Men comic timeline and so forth. I mean, it's something from, let me see, what's the date of this? Early October 88, and it's still around. That's 30 years old, and it's still around. So
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
It became canon, pretty much became canon, so.
Well, yeah, but this is something that was created in our life when we were collecting comics. This is the time when we were collecting. And check out that splash page. Fantastic. But it's a great issue. I'm glad I got it. And then an issue of Dazzler. I picked this up mainly because of the cover. It has a crazy Uncle Bill cover. But the interior is actually pretty nice, too. But it's got Rogue and Angel is in this issue. So it's very cool.
So you found the issue dazzling?
I did find it dazzling. I did.
I was around comic books so much when I was a kid that I thought Jim was Dazzler. It's a true story.
All right, Psychobat says, speak clearly. If it were a mod, I wouldn't delete these messages. If I were a mod, I would have deleted these messages. Oh, we must be talking about Dillard. Dillard says, I'm sorry, never mind. Sniff, sniff. Aw, don't run away, Dillard. Don't run away mad or upset. Then Psychobat says, chill, this isn't a role play. You type like it's almost time to die for you. All caps, really? What the heck is he talking? Oh, yeah, okay, he's talking about Dillard. Dillard types in all caps sometimes. I always assume that means he's screaming at me or something,
Well, that's what all caps is supposed to mean. Somebody screaming at you.
Yeah. Anyway, now that I'm caught up on the chat.
Not so much in the days of fast scrolling chats. Nowadays, if you want to get it read, a lot of people ask you to write things in all caps. So it's starting to become more and more just because of that.
Oh, really?
Just because they want to be seen, which is, I guess that would be yelling too.
Well, just so you all know, I read the chats no matter how you type it, whether you type it in lowercase or capitalize at all, or even if you put it in Spanish, I'll try to read it. So, and Dillard says he is screaming at me.
Oh, please don't. Please don't butcher. I think Spanish is beautiful, and you'll ruin it.
Psychobat
Look at what you do to English.
Yeah, I know. Psychobat says, if you speak again, your entire existence is just a VR. I have no idea what he means by that, but okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting my camera up. Getting my camera up because I'm going to start drawing. Thought about drawing something cheesecakey, is kind of like what Rick did, but I was never very good at cheesecake, to be honest with you.
But did you guys catch the fan edition last night?
I did.
We have a superstar in the chat.
That's right.
And
Rick did really good.
At this point, it's not official that I am the winner because it was declared offline that Jimmy won because at that point when Chester's thing broke down, Jimmy was ahead. But when we came back on Manny's in 5 minutes, I was ahead. So Pixel and Chester are supposed to be deciding. So.
Ah, okay. All right. So Dillard decides to pull out the Ya Encantará la Conoció para mi gently. Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's bad.
That's not gently. There's no L there.
Oh, well. Oh, I saw the pound sign. Put the L at the end. And Evan von Kreiber says, pound sign just got here. Welcome to the show, my friend. And then Psychobat says, God, you're making me shrivel into a ball and start cringing. And then Dillard says, read this chat. And I am. Constantly. All right, now we're going to start drawing. Yes.
You guys might be a little more in the know. I was complaining a little bit about the name change to Rain Bro. But somebody in the chat last night said that Ethan, the night before, changed it back to, well, a mixture of the both, which is it's back to Rain, like Reign of a King, but Rain Bro Brute, which I like that. Have you all heard it?
Bro Brute?
Yeah, Rain Bro Brute.
Actually, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But he changed it to just Rain Bro. And I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah. Well, Psychobat says Dillard just got owned. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but okay. All right.
I'm sure that's a can we do not want to open.
So how did everybody's 4th of July go?
Well, I was on Fan Edition, and it was just another day for me.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Oh, right.
You damn Canadians. You miss out on all the fun.
Hey, my special day for celebrating my country was 3 days before that, on the 1st of July.
Okay, well, what did you do for the 1st of July then?
I went out and helped my church at a thing that happened. They help out at the city of Burlington, which is next door to us, which is where my main church is. They help out at I'm not sure what you'd call it, a celebration type thing. Like they have bouncers for kids, and they have a whole bunch of some bands at this band thing, you know. So I helped out at that at the bouncers.
You know what, Rick? You know what? Canadians, they should celebrate They should celebrate the 4th of July with America and say how great America is, just as an apology for Nickelback.
Hey, what about John Candy? John Candy's good.
Yeah, we'll let you have John Candy. That was a good one.
Okay.
But Nickelback and Avril Lavigne.
William Shatner?
Is he can?
Lauren Green?
Is he Canadian? Really?
Avril Lavigne is a godsend. You guys need to not keep picking on Avril Lavigne, okay? Without her, we wouldn't have had that Skater Boy song, and I mean, that's like music.
I'm probably the only one here who's actually had like 2 of her albums.
Oh, I have like 3. Actually, the last one is like my all-time favorite. I love it.
I just set you up. I don't.
Yeah, I know. That's all right.
No, I did because I was dating my wife at the time, so you know what you do when you're dating. But I liked it. I mean, I listened to it. It was like 2 or 3 songs that was listenable. So
all I have to say, Evan's got a thing in the chat, and I just say, just give a hard one. Here it goes. Peter Piper. Jeez. Okay, Peter Piper picked a pickle peppers. How many pickle peppers did Peter Piper pick?
He's probably trying to get me to say something like that. But all right, hold on a second. Evan von Scriber says Sally sells seashells. Then he says Irish wristwatch. Then Dillard says that explains the slave collar. Ooh. And then Psychopath said I had a barbecue with my family in the backyard with my new doggo. Okay. And then Evan says Peter Piper pickled a pickled pepper. Okay, very good. All right, so now we're caught up again.
A pickled pepper.
Pickled pepper. I went to my parents' house. They grilled out, and we had a good time. And we looked at my mom brought out a photo album and was showing my daughter and my son and my daughter's boyfriend pictures of me as a baby, including the one of me in the bathtub with my dad.
Of course, you have to break those out.
Yeah. See, but they weren't pictures of my children. They were pictures of me. They were having a good time laughing at my pictures.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to laugh at their pictures. You know?
Oh, you're right. That was reversed. Good point.
Okay. Can't you wait till you can do that to your kids, to their grandkids, to their kids?
That's not the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to make fun of the kids when they're. Yes, I know. But we had a good time.
Oh, that's good.
And my boss wasn't at work today, so I snuck out early. Which was, it was almost 3:30, so that's really not that much of a sneaking out. But
I think one of my kids just murdered the other kid.
why has it gotten quiet?
It got loud, then very quiet.
Yeah, well, that's usually the sign.
Quiet. Our car was broken into the last yesterday morning.
You're kidding me.
No, we didn't even know it.
Even with the broken handle, they broke into it?
They broke the handle all the way off because it didn't work. So they snapped it off, and we're suspecting that's what happened with it in the first freaking place. And it was a neighborhood kid, but it was nowhere as bad as our neighbor got it. Our neighbor, he busted the windshield in their truck. Like, he did a lot of damage for it being 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And then we found out because of this that our cameras aren't working properly. Well, they are now. They weren't. So, yay, home security system.
So did you actually catch the kid or what?
The police officers did, yes.
Okay.
Some of the, which I don't like this at all, but some of the guy's tech that was stolen from his truck, our neighbor, was in our yard, laying next to the door handle of our van. And it's so it was. So my wife's like, I'm not touching. The police officer says, he's like, is that yours? He's like, no. She's like, no, that is darn sure not mine. And something about something. She's like, I'm not touching it. And like get my fingerprints on it, kind of thing. And then the neighbor comes down and is like, that is mine. Can I go ahead and take it? She's like, I'm not touching it again. And he's like, well, the kids, they have the kid. He's my neighbor, like right next to him. And he's in the back of the police car right now. And I'm like, oh, well, that's good. Stupid. It's like, not just... Go ahead.
I was going to say, still not touching it.
Still not... Yeah, exactly.
That's so sad.
But then she's like, because she was late for work or whatever, I don't want to make a report. And I'm like, come on. You can hand your boss the report. There's nothing they can legally do. And we could maybe get some insurance on the, if we could, just reasonable doubt that the handles were happening because of, this type of thing.
Yeah, that's right. The handle was broken by this kid. It wasn't working great, but it still worked perfectly fine.
Legitimate, we think this has been happening over a while, but we kept checking our cameras, and our cameras kept going, our cameras are good when they work, and we're stuck. They're one of the things we would have taken off when the bills got tight, but we're stuck in a contract or whatever you call it, so we're stuck with it, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It is what it is. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. It's just at this point we're like, okay, whatever.
Did you ask the cop, can I just sit in a room with him alone for like 5 minutes and then we won't press any charges?
Exactly.
Just me, a chair and a baseball bat,
I slept through the whole thing, and my wife texted me at like 11 o'clock. She's like, oh yeah, there was a cop at our door this morning. So she handled the whole thing, because I was like, why didn't you wake me up and let me file the report,
All right, hold on a second. Pope Fire. Oh, wait a minute. Evan Von Scriver says, Rainbow Brute really be breaking brains, bro. Pope Fire says, the Starfire goddess. Cool. And then Psychobat says, tell me how my neighbor's kid stole my package of art supplies. I caught him on the cameras, and he lived right beside my house. So next morning, I go to my neighbor's house, and I saw the kid drawing. I show the guy my camera footage, and when I leave, I hear yelling and screaming, and then it goes silent. Yeah, well, that's like the time I went home after work and went into the house really quick, and then went to go pick up the kids from school, got back, and the garage was open. And I was like, wait a minute, this isn't right. I didn't leave the garage open. And then I went inside the house, and we had been robbed. And everything looked like there was stuff that was left in like there was a tower for a computer that was left in the dining room. And what we assumed happened is our next door neighbors broke into the house, stole some equipment, and then they stole like all of our liquor and so forth, or my wife's liquor, I should say, it's not mine. And then they went out the back door, and as I was going in the front, they jumped over the fence and went into their house. And what's so funny is when I was calling the police, they came out of the house, they got in their car, and instead of driving, like leaving and just going, they backed out and drove backwards down the street like they could keep an eye on me. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing? And then when the cops actually came over, they went and talked to them. And I said, I don't understand why somebody would rob their neighbors. And then they told me that they were getting foreclosed on and they were getting ready to move out anyway. And says, oh, that's who robs their neighbors, somebody who's leaving the neighborhood anyway. It's like, man, it was an older family that had bought the house, and they kind of let their kids live in it. So it was like these young guys. I don't know if there was ever any girls or anything there, but I helped them when their tree fell down. I brought over my saws and helped them do that. And then the one kid shot me in the back with a BB, and I didn't press any charges against him, even though he was standing there holding the gun. So I was nice to these people, and they robbed us. Right before Christmas, too, by the way. It was weeks before Christmas, which ended up being a good thing because we got the insurance money, and then we were able to have a really nice Christmas. But still, you hate for that to be the way you enjoy Christmas,
Yeah. So is this your skunk girl again?
This is me just playing around. I was trying to make it a skunk girl, but I don't know. I think I screwed up on some of the designs I had done for her originally, so.
Well, it's just as long as it's not a squirrel girl.
Well, it could easily be a squirrel girl.
Because although I know this isn't Manny's channel, but it should be no squirrels allowed.
Well,
yeah.
I don't have that rule.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes.
You know what I don't understand?
What's that?
How you could be shocked by all of that.
No, yeah, I know. I wasn't shocked, but it was the one thing that they took that really pissed me off is they took my external hard drive, and I had Cornerstone Volume 2 was on there, and I had to luckily I had all the art for it, so I was able to recreate it, but I lost all the pages for book 2.
Yeah, usually when someone robs you like that, it's a neighbor.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is when the cops talked to him, they said, "Yeah, we heard a van pull up, and then it screeched away like it was booking out of the neighborhood, but we were sleeping at the time." And I'm like, nobody does that. Nobody. They are so full of crap. Mm-hmm. The cops knew they were lying. Mm-hmm. When it was trash day, they had put out a bunch of liquor bottles, and the cops came to the house and said, "Hey, come here and take a look at these liquor bottles," and asked, "Are any of these your liquor bottles?" As if they are, then that gives us more, and none of them were. So they couldn't do anything at that point. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Psychobat says, "Are you a furry?" I think he's talking. I think he's talking to Rick.
No,
he's not talking to me. He's not talking to me.
No one here is a furry.
No one here is a furry. I just like drawing anamorphic characters.
I'm very furry, but I'm not a furry. What is so dumb about the kid is like I didn't even know that guy had cameras, but we live in a cul-de-sac, right? Mm-hmm. And these are like the houses that are part of the street right before the cul-de-sac. And everyone in the cul-de-sac has a camera. Like we have a full 3, every angle's taken care of. And now I find out that guy had a very good camera. So he had perfectly clear images of this kid breaking into his stuff. And it's just like, dang.
Oh.
And it was done at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So what I'm thinking is instead of going off to school, like high school starts at, you got to go catch the bus that early. He probably got up early and I don't know, but dummy kid.
How come it never occurred to the kid? This is Florida.
Hmm?
You catch someone breaking into your car on your property, you can just shoot them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can shoot them if they're
Yes.
just.
You can.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you can if they're breaking into your car. Yep.
Well, the what is it? The NRA, they have something to say about that. There's like,
In Florida,
yes, that is the law, but you also have to be. That's why they have all these things that like lawyers that'll help you through the NRA, because they still try to fight that.
Hey, Mr. Manny's here. Good Dog Press says aloha all. Says great job on the skunky last night, Arthur.
Yes.
This is Rick and his spoiler. Arg.
Oh,
Yeah.
what spoilers? Everybody knows about everything on this page. Good Dog. Everybody knows about everything on this page.
I don't know.
It.
I don't know if I knew all of that. I mean, I could assumed that she had pet skunks, but I didn't know for sure.
What did you do, Rick?
Oh, it's on my piece last night. And he's mentioned all these guys before on live streams, her skunks, several times of stink, stank, and stunk. And, of course, Oh Henry. I don't know why they're called, well, stink, stink, and stunk I can figure out, but Oh Henry, I don't really know why he's called Oh Henry. Although it's probably been mentioned.
Shh, Rick, shh. Quit while you're ahead.
Everybody knows about the skunk mobile.
Evan Von Scriber says attorney at law, lawyers. Good song. There he goes again. Yep. It's that Canadian sensibility. He doesn't know when to be quiet. But we love him. We love him. We're so glad he's here.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna draw last night. It was too hot, and then I found out it was Skunk Girl, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it all pencils. I'm just gonna quit trying to ink it, and I'm just gonna do it all pencils and draw along. And I was pretty happy with it. She's a fun character to draw.
No, he doesn't need representation. Evan, I do. I'm confused.
Have y'all seen the video he put on the Indiegogo campaign?
For what?
The
For
one the
Skunky.
step. What happened to the squirrels in that? That was very, very violent.
And you say you're not a Furby. You're not a furry, you're a Furby.
I am not a Furby.
Yeah, you might be a Furby and a furry. You're a secret furry. You're so in the closet furry. You don't even know you're a furry. That's how furry you are.
I have no idea what any of that means.
That's okay. Neither do I.
Good Dog saying, my appearance last night on Drawn and Quarter was supposed to be a secret or surprise. Yeah, he tells me this after the fact, after I tell people. Yeah, good time to tell me.
Well,
He's just teasing you. He's just teasing you, Rick.
Yeah, and of course I'm teasing him back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So has anybody started watching the third season of Stranger Things yet?
No, that's what I was supposed to be doing last night, and then I found out they were doing Skunk Girl.
What's Stranger Things?
Oh my God!
No, he's just kidding. He knows exactly what it is.
I haven't
But
even
that's his
seen
way of
the
saying
first
that he
season.
doesn't watch it.
No, that's his way of saying he's not going to watch it, and don't ask him.
Wow.
So,
What's Stranger Things?
see? Yeah.
Andrew.
It's like, what's Kelly Clarkson? I'll sing it for you, and I'll let you know.
That's another one. I had a lot of her CDs. I say a lot. I had like downloaded a couple of her songs back in the early days of downloading.
My disappointment abounds.
Good dog press says the squirrel had it coming, and Psychobet says my theory is growing, and he's yelling at us. And then Good Dog Press says, is it going to be a character in Hero Andrew? This character? No, this is just me having fun. I don't believe this is going to be. Well, I'm kind of giving her the skunk girl costume, so in honesty, it's not somebody who would probably fit well in Heroes universe.
I don't. Let me. What are you doing?
The thieving skunk.
You are a furry. That is a skunk girl skunk. That is an anthro skunk girl.
Well.
That's like Pepe Le Pew's wet dream.
Why would you even deny that?
A degenerate.
I wasn't denying anything, but I wasn't going out purposefully trying to,
I only penciled and drew this thing and inked it, but I wasn't doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I didn't know where I was going when I started.
Degenerate. So. Your subconscious leaked out. You degenerate.
Yeah. Although I think in the Hero universe, she might not use a nice smell to get control of people, since she's an actual skunk.
Wow.
No, to animals that you don't know, pheromones, man. It might smell good.
Yeah.
I'm so ashamed.
I know. We need Bethany here to call us degenerates.
Oh.
Because it's true.
I pity Bethany when she shows up. I feel really bad for her.
Last night at my parents' house, I introduced my mom to my building the store videos because she didn't even know they existed, even though she has a Roku and she has access to my YouTube channel. So
yeah, your mom's not going to watch your YouTube channel.
So I was showing her the channel, and she asked me, she says, "What is that other thing right there?" And I said, "Oh, that's the Peep Show." And she's like, "What is that?" And I said, "Here, I'll show you." So we started watching the Fruit Punch Peep Show, and I said, we're going to go ahead and skip to the good one. We skipped to the watermelon one, and they were dying. I was like, yep, that's exactly what it's for. So
now your parents know about your degeneracy.
Yes, my parents know about my degeneracy.
And they still claim you?
I think it's biologically an imperative that they have to, because nobody else will. No, nobody else will. Nobody else will. You know that.
That's true. I'm just so ashamed to know you.
Yet you claim to be his best friend.
That's right.
Rick? Oh, Rick.
What?
Oh.
You're lucky you're so far away.
Oh, you're lucky you're in Canada.
Actually, it was on one of Rick's streams that you.
That was for the sake of an argument that wasn't meant to be taken literally.
Yes, but I take it absolutely literally.
I hate you.
I know. But I'll always be there for you as a best friend would. All right, now let me go back to the chat real quick.
Will someone please just douse me in gasoline in this?
Good Dog Press says the squirrel had it coming, and I already read that. And then Good Dog says a cameo, laugh out loud, ha ha ha, says Good Dog Press, and then he says, and it's a butt shot. Yeah, I was going for a butt shot just for the heck of it, but I'm not very good with all that. So
yeah, you're eroticizing anthropomorphic characters, that classifies you as a furry.
Well, we certainly made Avery the butt of the joke there a few seconds ago.
You're too late.
You people were talking. I can't help it. I talk over you guys.
You know what's so funny is, you know how they say sometimes people who make the biggest issue over something, it's because that's something that they do. You know, I think Avery likes to lick his own fingers.
Only after they've been someplace.
See?
I'm gonna get Andrew a collection of Omaha comics.
Oh, dude, Cat Dancer?
Yeah.
I am familiar with what that is, by the way, just so you know. I'm not ignorant of the fact.
You have a secret stash, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't think I've ever seen one, but I'm familiar with it.
I've seen them.
Who's the noir cat that is very popular right now?
Oh, that guy! That guy's a good artist, man.
Yeah,
he's not furry. It's just anthro.
Who? Black Sad?
Is it Black Sad? Yeah.
The guy that does Black Sad? Yeah. He's fantastic.
He's actually a really good artist.
He used to be a Disney artist.
Yeah, it's just anthro. Furries have corrupted a lot of things where you like, oh, that's fur.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's just anthro.
Yeah.
It used to be considered. It was fairly common to see art like that until furries came along.
Right.
See, I think if you draw anthro art, that doesn't automatically make you a furry. What makes you a furry is if you dress up as them and you think you are them. You know, I think that's the difference.
The thing is, though, they've taken over the cultural awareness of anthro.
Yeah, they're controlling the narrative.
Yeah, no one knows. Like, kids today don't really grow up watching like Bugs Bunny and the Disney Robin Hood and that stuff anymore. It's not the thing it used to be.
Yeah.
So when they hear about this stuff and see it, it's just the furries. All over Tumblr, all over Twitter.
I would never, ever, ever refer to the Disney Robin Hood movie as a furry movie, but you know what? There are probably people out there that do. You know, that's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yep. I remember when my dad showed me that movie back in the 80s, and he's like,
Sorry. Go ahead.
He showed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think we're overlapping.
Yeah.
I think he's doing it on purpose too.
No. It's the pause. The pause is weird.
He showed me that movie back in the 80s, and I just thought it was so awesome that then he's like, yeah, and I watched this when I was your age. Or something like that, or younger, you know? It's like, I think he said when he was my age. How old was that movie?
I think it came out in like the very early 80s, late 70s or something like that.
No, that was the reissue.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of a 1973, so it's not. He would have had a baby. He had a child by then, so it wasn't then. I'm mixing up my movies. I got to figure out what movie that was, but I remember he liked that movie a lot.
I think that was one of those. I know I saw it in the theater, so they probably re-released it a bunch of times.
Yeah, remember The Vault? They don't do The Vault anymore.
Yeah. Well, back then they used to release Star Wars every summer.
Oh, really?
Until Empire came out, every summer you could go to the theater and watch Star Wars.
That's cool.
They used to do a lot of movies a little bit like that. Like plus dollar theaters were around. A movie stayed in the theaters a lot longer than they do now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, they're trying to move movies out. You get, unless they're super popular, because there's 20 zillion of them being made each year, so.
And home media kind of kills that a bit.
And movie posters were a big part of why you went to the movie. They made a difference. Like, the movie poster sold you.
Well, I know none of you guys pay attention to this, but as soon as a movie is released in the theaters, they've announced the steelbook case, who's producing it, and when it's coming out. They are almost the same exact day the movie opens. So it's they're already, once the movie opens, it's like we're already moving on to the next thing.
It's part of the culture we live in now. When George Lucas made Star Wars, when Jim Cameron made Terminator, when Spielberg made the space movie he made that made him famous, or the one.
E.T.
They were hungry directors that a company was taking a risk in producing this film, right? And they were hungry, and they're hungry. Nowadays, it's the soul zapped out of it, and they're already looking at how we can, suck every last dime out of this. You have rich kids that are grandfathered in directing these films. You know what I mean? And it's just the hunger, the honesty, I was second thought, even though that one was kind of choppy. I was watching the thing. Remember the old intro to the HBO? Da-na-na. Okay, that was so epic, and I watched it and was like, not so epic anymore. But then I watched something I had never seen, which was them creating that, and how in 1983 that was a big deal, to do that, and never been done before, and especially on like home, cable. And they put a lot of work, super technology, state-of-the-art technology of a camera going down the model set. Every building was done handmade. And I was just letting myself imagine somebody in the 80s going, ooh, how did they do that? Now nobody asks, how do you do that? How did you do that? Everybody goes, that's CGI. It's like lame-o, man.
Well, some of it's CGI. I still look at some of the makings of and all that.
Yeah, but is the how they do that there anymore?
Yeah, some of it. I know, like say the Amazing Spider-Man movies. When they're showing him doing the stunt and all that on the ropes and all that. In the thing. Doing the fight scenes. Yeah, some of those fight scenes are CG, but some of it's real too, so. But it's interesting seeing them on not the ropes, but you know what I mean.
If I found out a movie went 100% practical effects, I would bend over backwards to make sure I seen that a couple times in the theater. As long as it was good, of course, but you know what I mean.
Didn't they make a big deal about how they were using a lot more practical effects for
Star Wars?
The Star Wars, not the last one, not the Last Jedi, but the one before that.
Yeah, yes, they did. And then you seen it, and it was like, where's the practical? It gets muddied down, and it was practical. But
another one that they did that quite a bit on was The Hobbit practical effects.
Yeah, I never seen.
Well, the Lord of the Rings had more practical than The Hobbit did. A lot of the Hobbit actually had CGI, and it doesn't look as good as the Lord of the Rings movies.
I disagree with you on that. I actually enjoyed the Hobbit movies more than Lord of the Rings.
Really?
I did.
Yeah, I have for both of them. I have the extended edition, so I got lots and lots of special effects.
Yes, I agree.
You're not a good judge.
I know. You've said that many times before.
Your license has been revoked.
Yeah.
Numerous times, I know.
Hey, Avery, do you dread his judgment?
Did you ever see Judge Dredd? Or not Judge Dredd, but Dredd?
Yeah.
Avery?
Yeah.
We were talking about that just the other day.
That was a good one. And I'm just wish there
right.
It was straightforward. It was kind of there's a simplicity to it that reminds me of like John Wick. It is what it is.
If it was the pilot episode of a Judge Dredd TV show, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I didn't watch it in the theater, so I wasn't worried about like getting ripped off. So I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it did have that kind of episodic flair.
Yeah, because you took something that's in a big world like Mega City and they put it in a very tight space. and it's like, it looks like a TV show. It looks like a high budget TV show.
Guys, it looks like I'm not going to be off of hiatus from backing things until early next month.
Oh yeah.
It's starting to get so aggravating. But I know you guys are same. You know, it's like
I'm in the same boat.
Bending over backwards just to do what you can do.
Hey, Kodiak, come on and try and sell some art on the auction. I can't promise anything, but
bro, my company, that Vivint, that alarm company, just tried to charge us $250 because I forgot to ship off the box. I hate this. Is why I don't do eBay. My brother-in-law makes like $4,000 a month on his eBay ventures, and I'm like, but I forget to ship things off. I know people right now are like, you cry me a river, baby, Jesus. But yeah, I'm very forgetful when it comes to shipping stuff off. So,
Good Dog Press says, and if you want to see more of Rick's pun-ishing manner, tune in to the Good Dog Press tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Why do I do this to myself? And then Psychobat says, I still watch Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Bugs Bunny in a long time. I did buy Space Jam because it was on a steelbook case, and I still haven't yet to sit down and watch the whole thing. So, but for me, that was Lola Bunny. Lola Bunny got me going. I thought she was awesome.
He is a furry. He is a furry. What are you doing? Wow.
Yeah, well, I'm just being honest with you guys. I thought Lola Bunny was an awesome creation.
Oh, I had a thing for a rabbit. Jessica Rabbit.
Still not much better.
Yeah, I know. Still a cartoon. And the people there's people, huh?
Yeah, but it's a human.
Yeah. And it's freaking Jessica Rabbit.
Actually, there was a girl character on the Mighty Ducks, the animated series, which was actually pretty good.
Furry.
She was.
wouldn't that be a feathery?
Guess how many cartoon characters I've had crushes on? Zero.
None?
Zero.
Oh God, I'm about to get Andrew out of the hot seat and never live this down. Y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
In Howard the Duck, I used to wait until my dad was out of the room and rewind past the beginning scene when the female duck is in the bathtub.
I don't
Nobody?
remember that at all.
You're both furries.
I was like, how old was I when that came out? Oh God, I was 6.
I saw heavy metal when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. In the theater?
No, on HBO.
Oh right. Yeah, they didn't release that to home media until like the 90s, so I didn't get to see it. Like when I say home media, like VHS.
Mm-hmm.
There was some kind of lawsuit or something.
But it was on HBO in the very early 80s.
Yeah. Sounds right. Oops.
Because I woke up early one morning. Like, I'm going to turn on HBO because I want to watch Fraggle Rock. I didn't know what time it was. I woke up. I'm a little kid. I turned on HBO. It's like, oh, it's a cartoon.
Oh, that's epic.
That lady's naked. And it was like the one that's kind of like the Mobius thing, but it's the girl on the flying thing instead of.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like,
that changed your world forever, didn't it?
oh yeah.
Yeah. I was 16 when I seen it, and it definitely changed me then. I was just like, my dad knew what it was, and he can kind of give me the scorn look and thought I was getting it for that reason. I had no idea.
No,
My
it's
dad
awesome.
knew well. My dad started to get less strict on the Christian thing when I started turning around 16. And so like he would look at things like he would catch me listening to White Zombie and be like,
Well,
you gotta make your own choices now, son, you know, that kind of stuff.
you gotta get that Daredevil music.
Yep. Hey, he had heard the hip hop a couple times. That sounded so redneck. And I liked hip hop. I was almost getting really into it until my sister kind of was the only CDs I could borrow, right? And he had heard that a couple times. He was just glad I wasn't into that. I think, you know.
It's the devil or the Snoop Dogg. I don't.
Meanwhile, I'm hiding my Redman CD. It was like right under my Alice in Chains CD.
Oh man.
Well, I couldn't even imagine. I always heard it like Alice in Chains. Like I've never, and then I stop and go, oh yeah, that if somebody, a grown up, ever heard that name, they'd be like, what? So I couldn't imagine if my dad just going through my things is like Alice in Chains. He might have thought it was an Alice Cooper album, though, being my dad.
I don't think I ever listened to Alice in Chains.
Of course you didn't.
I remember going to Sears or the Exchange and going into where they had the CD players and the music stuff, and somebody was playing Twisted Sister, and I was like, ooh, I don't know what this is. This is
Little D. Snyder.
This is bad. This is bad stuff for me. I should stay away.
Oh my god!
But I really like it.
Did you see that rendition he did of "We Can't Take It" for leukemia? That almost broke me, dude. I was like,
I really look good.
I like that guy a lot.
Yeah, D. Snyder's pretty cool, man.
All right, I finished my degenerate drawing for the evening.
All right, I got to mute for a minute. I'll be back.
Okay.
Go do your thing, man. Go do your thing.
Cool.
All right. This is my version of Skunk Girl, or a Skunk Girl, I should say.
A Skunk Girl.
Barry DeBear says, I'm a bear. Barry DeBear. Okay, well.
We'll bear with you, Barry.
Barry, are you a furry?
I don't care if someone is. I'll sell them a copy of your hero. I don't care. It's just, it's not furry. It's just anthro.
Yeah.
I'll sell anybody a copy of the book. I don't care. Do you have money? I would like your money. It's a simple equation.
Good Dog says, will that be on the auction this week? Probably. Very good chance. Very good chance. Because you know what? That
sounds so gross.
This is my Uni-ball pen that I found that I couldn't find. I should have used it instead of what I was doing this. Oh, well.
Oh.
Yes. All right. My Skunk Girl, I think she's a little sexier than I should be. Barry DeBear says, I hate my owner.
I hate my owner.
Fairly certain that's a furry problem. Am I right or am I right?
I don't want to know.
Wasn't there something about the furry community where like guys would pretend to be dogs and...
I don't. That's all. That can be a whole other thing. Not necessarily. God, you do not want to go down this road on your show.
Okay, I won't.
Trust me.
Yes, we don't want to get anybody furious.
You don't want none. You don't want any of this, Andrew. It's bad, terror bad.
Okay, he says he's not a furry. He's a bear.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. I'll explain it to you later, Andrew, what that means.
Okay, that's fine. I'm glad you're here to explain it to me. Oh, I found another stack of comics. Maybe I'll save this from the next show.
You do that.
And there's a cat. The cat's looking at the skunk. The cat likes the skunk.
Keep moving. Keep moving. That's the...
He's sitting on the skunk.
Just as long as she's not peeing on it, you know. What are you looking at? She's on my desk looking over. You guys, this... Here, I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, because we're riveted.
All right. So this is my workstation. So here's my computer. And there's the cat. And there's an empty... Look at all this empty space as I'm packing up everything. All the stuff's got to get packed up.
Yes, how is that going?
It's going very... It's going. A little bit at a time.
So when do you have to be moved by?
We don't sign the lease until the 19th, so it's 2 weeks from today. We're preparing so that the quicker we get out of this house, the better.
Yeah. So you don't know when you move in yet, or?
Well, we signed the lease on the 19th. We'll start moving in on the 19th.
Oh, okay. So
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on the 19th. 2 weeks from today.
So
By this time next week, I will either be live streaming from here or I'll be live streaming from the new place. It depends on when we can get the cable people to come out and hook up the internet. So, Good Dog Press says I am furry adjacent. Keep going, Kat.
I guess I'd draw somebody some humanoid-looking fur animal.
Yeah, if they asked you, you would do it. You know.
It's just a humanoid-looking animal. You know. I'm not going much beyond that for it.
No, they won't. Oh, never mind. You know what? I'm not gonna do it.
Nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's see. What else did I have to show everybody?
I don't know.
The comics. Oh, I built a whole new display box for the Lego figures, but I already took it to the store and installed it in the store. So I'll have to make a video at the store showing it off. So you guys will have to see it later. But I was very happy with it.
Yeah, show it off.
Show it off, top to bottom.
So you already stored it.
Already put it in the store. Yes, I stored it in the store. Oh, guess what? Look what I found. I forgot to mention this. I remember how I had those sketches where I had used the colored paper and did the sketches on. I found this box. I forgot I completely had this. This is a box of cardstock paper in all different colors. I have all these different colors I can do sketches on. I totally forgot I had these. I mean, I have a wide variety of colors here, and you know, maybe I'll actually do some. Maybe I'll do some drawings on here. I bought all these when they were on sale at Michael's, you know, for like dirt cheap, and I figured if I sold 2 or 3, I paid for all of them. But I just never got around to it.
Yeah, you haven't sold it, made any yet to sell any yet?
Well, I did a couple, but I have a whole. It's not like I'm short on colors, you know. I have a whole crap load of colors. So,
you know who you should draw with one? The
Who's
Flash. Take
Why?
a red one and do the Flash.
Ew.
Yeah. Why would I want to draw the Flash?
Because you don't have to color him then. He's on the red thing. It's very little color.
It's all red.
I'm defeating the purpose, you know. Actually, I found some layouts of some sketches around here, and I don't know what I packed them up already. I don't believe it. I packed them all up. Crap.
Or you could take a black one and draw Batman.
Actually, I don't think I have black paper. It's all colors. It's all different colors. But oh well. Is there anything around here? I found so much stuff when I was packing up and cleaning, and I wanted to show it to you guys. And I think I packed everything. Oh, now I remember something I wanted to show you. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, lucky us.
Yay!
Yeah, is Andrew paying attention to the chat, or did he forget about the chat?
No, well, Manny hasn't. Nobody said anything after Manny said I'm furry adjacent.
Okay.
I've got the chat up as well.
Good man. Good man. You Rick, are a professional. Andrew, pretender, hack.
I like to make sure, even no matter what channel I'm on, I like to have the chat up to see what they're saying.
Uh-huh.
It's just I'm weird that way. I'm not sure whether that makes
No,
me weird.
It's not weird. I completely understand. I do that when I'm on your channel. I have the chat up. I don't do it here because I've been trying to teach Andrew a lesson.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, see, I found a whole bunch of these sketchbooks. I really liked the Ashcan mini sketchbooks that artists make and that they sell at conventions. This one is Sanford Green, who I really like his style. I like his stuff a lot. I'm not a big fan of him himself because he's a professional in the comic book industry, which means he's very SJW. But I love his art. So,
Oh, nice Batman.
yeah, some really cool stuff in here. Then I got this one is Robert Atkins, which Avery. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but you see this at the last page of his sketchbook. Do you remember where that came from?
I know. I was there.
And you were there. Okay. Yeah, matter of fact, it was you that brought it to him.
Yep. I know what you're showing me without even looking.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what? Somebody stole your concept or idea?
No, Robert Atkins stole a friend of ours' joke, but he stole it with permission.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Ooh, here's one from me. This was the Misfit Corner Comics Ink Spot Heroes Con 2007 edition. A sketchbook by Andrew Sharper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that could sell in the auction.
These are some really bad sketches. Well, maybe there's a couple.
Yeah, had a bad girl. I mean, Batgirl.
Yeah, let's see. Subculture CG Super Show exclusive. Oh, wait a minute. Here's another one. Oh, this is one that I did for Cornerstone, where I took sketches and illustrations just from Cornerstone and put it in here. Art by Jeremiah. I don't know who this guy is. Let's see. What else do we got here? Ooh. Pictures. None of those are important. I have a TV guide from when the X-Men originally came out, and Famke Janssen as Jean Grey. Famke. Yeah, well, she's a hot redhead, so you can see why I kept this one. Let's see.
At least it's not a furry.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see. Erica Hesse, very cool. Ooh. Oh, shit. I didn't know I had this. Avery, this is Gorillas in Spandex and Other Sketches, a sketchbook by Mike Waringo, and it's signed by Ringo.
Dude.
I didn't even realize I had this. Oh, wow. This is one of his sketchbooks. 2006. Oh, wow.
Nice, Spidey.
Yeah, where he kept drawing everybody as apes. There's Black Sad right there. Very cool. Power Pack. It's fantastic. I think this was before he did Telos. Or maybe it was right after he started that. Because I think there's some Telos sketches in the back. But, let me see. Oh, wow. These are great. Nope, no Telos. This is probably before Telos. This is so cool. This might actually be worth some money. I may have to put this one aside. I got an Ed McGuinness and Dexter Vine sketchbook where they went by Ed X. This is when they first started to do the Batman Superman series. This is what year is this? Doesn't have a year on here. Well, it's got to be 2006. Yeah, it's 2006. I must have. Oh, you know what? I think a buddy of ours may have gotten these for me. Because I don't remember buying this one. Huh, very cool. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, this is one I bought off of eBay. Ryan Otley, Book of Creatures and Gross Things. It's one of these mini sketchbooks, and it's entitled They Bite.
So you and Avery are in there?
No, we're not in there. Dude, I used to love making these little sketchbooks. I liked collecting them too, but very nice. I haven't looked at this one in a while.
That first page looks like a bunch of bolts.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome looking. I don't remember how much I bought this one for. I gotta look it up. Colors by Kelsey Shannon. That's awesome. Kelsey's a beast. Gotta love him. It's a really cool sketchbook. Ryan Otley, for those who don't know, was the artist, the primary artist on Invincible for the majority of its long run. And he's currently doing, or was doing, I think he's still the artist of Amazing Spider-Man right now. This guy's got a weird imagination. That's great. This is a 2014 sketchbook, so it's 5 years old. It's pretty fantastic. I love this stuff. And I'm debating whether or not I'm going to take this stuff to the store and make it available there.
Well, you might want to take it there just so you don't pack it and forget about it. Or
Yeah,
put it in the store.
That is true. Actually, I moved some stuff to the storage unit, but I put it right in the front of the storage unit so I know to grab it because it's all stuff that has to go to the store. Because I got so much crap. I gotta see if I have any plastic bags to put these in. But this one's cool. Ryan Otley, Ed McGuinness is cool. This Ringo one, I would definitely need to put this one aside.
Try and figure out if it's worth a couple bucks.
Yeah, it might just be. Erica Hesse's nice. We met her a couple of times. Actually, I have an original from Cornerstone from her. It's one of the artists that we met when we were hanging out with the Comic Geek Speak guys. I have no clue who that is. No, that's mine. Well, I got a couple of good ones here. Oh, all right. I'm going to put those aside. But that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I found those and thought they'd be cool to share. Cool. So, I don't think I'm doing anything else this evening. I'm tired. And we've been going for over an hour. So I want to let everybody out there. I don't know if anybody out there is still watching. I appreciate everybody that came by. Manny, Barry DeBear, Triple X Psycho Bat, and what's his name? John Dillon. Yeah, he's out there somewhere. And Evan. And Evan, of course, yeah. And thank you to Kodiak, where I'm not sure if he's still here or not. Thank you to Rick, and thank you to Avery for joining the stream. And we'll do it all again on Monday. Has anybody got anything when they want to promote? Rick?
Just the auction. If you want some fabulous art from these guys and myself, come over to my channel, Cross Comics, on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be doing an auction.
Yep.
Hopefully an auction.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah, we definitely will be. We definitely will.
No, I just mean hopefully we will have people bidding more than, one person bidding on one object thing to make it an auction.
You never know. You never know what'll happen. Somebody might see something they really, really want, and somebody else might see it and want the same thing, and then they can fight over it, and we'll be happy.
Yeah.
Good Dog says, "Great show, guys. No link for Rick." That's so sad.
Oh well. I'll live, Good Dog.
Yeah, they all know who he is. They all know Rick. Everybody knows Cross Comics.
Just drop a link. Just drop a link in the chat, man. Just drop a link in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead, Rick. Be my guest.
No, I think he means no link, as in he's not going to give me the link for his show when he starts it in an hour.
Oh, goodness. Avery, you want to push anything?
You off a bridge.
Off a bridge. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Damn it.
I had to.
Man, you're rivaling Rick for great puns and comebacks, man.
I had to.
Fantastic.
Open the door. I was like,
I did.
Well, it's there.
And you kicked my lifeless body right through it, man. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining the show. Wait a minute. Good Dog says, well, you did not promote it, Rick. Yeah, he did. He mentioned it.
Well, I think he means your channel. Well, his channel. I didn't say about his channel. I didn't promote his Indiegogo. Well, it's not my stream. I think that's up to Andrew to promote it on his channel.
Yeah, everybody. If you get it a chance, go over and check out Good Dog Press. Check out his Indiegogo for the Unbreathable Skunk Girl. It's going on right now, and you have a chance to get in on it while it's hot. Hot.
Yeah, well, it's hot.
And go over to his stream at 10 o'clock tonight because he'll be streaming. And
drop a link.
Please.
It has reached its second stretch goal too, so it's on its way to its third.
Very good. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining tonight, and we will see you all next time. Good night.
Nice.